Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be continuing our Trackmania Royal tutorial series. We will take a look at today's new map. I will do a playthrough of it, explain to you if there's any tips or strategies to help you out throughout the map. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are, and feel free to let me know in the comments if there's a Royal track you guys want me to take a look at. More than happy to cover some of the older ones that I haven't done a video on. For now, let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are on today's new map. It is Sunset Valley by Xyagon. Now Xyagon again has quite a few maps in the pool. We have already covered one of his maps in this series. And I've generally liked Xyagon maps, but this one, unfortunately, I can't say the same about. It looks pretty cool though. This really dark scenery I quite like. Unfortunately, that is its undoing though, as this map is littered with cuts. Yeah, it's not very good, but I'll show you guys the cuts. They're not very hard either, so yeah. Not much else to be said. I'll cover all the sections when we get there. So let's jump right in. So here we are on the white section. White's fairly simple. We just have two turns, little uphill turns. Just try and stay on the plastic. We don't want to touch this as it is a panelly surface. So just stay on the plastic to get through white a little bit faster. Okay, so here we are on the green section. Green's not very good. There's something that I want to stress to all mappers. On white and green, never put speed checks on them. Map has a speed check, and it's actually quite a difficult speed check, especially if you're a new player. We have to go around this corner, hold as much speed as possible to make this jump, and this is way, way, way too difficult of a speed check for beginner players. So the best thing I can advise you, try and open this corner up, minimize steering. As soon as you make it, straighten your car out. And even then we didn't make it. So straighten your car out here. You can air brake early. That's actually probably a really good point. So if we don't air brake, we will see our nose dip down. And we did make it, but our nose dips down. Whereas if we air brake, and so to air brake, all you do is tap your brake button. Our nose stays up, and we're much more likely to flip over. Air brake again as we hit, to stop our car from front flipping after. And then just go around here. Depending on your speed, you might have to lift off, so you don't fly over the finish. But that's the green section. Now blue, we come across our first cut. So here we are on the blue section. We'll give you a cheeky overview here, because what we would do is drive around this way and make this jump. But as you can see, Mapper has decided to put the path directly under the start block, basically, and a reactor boost. Now the way these reactor boosts work is if we see these lines and this arrow is pointing down, that means it's going to be a reactor boost down. So if we drive over this, it's reactor boost down. However, if you look at it from the other way, the arrow is pointing up from the line. And that means if we turn around on this and we go past 90 degrees, so we're pointing this way, it's going to reverse the booster. We're going to get reactor boost up. And we want to do that. So if you look, reactor boost down, see how it's pushing our cars down. But if we go past 90 degrees, it's reactor boost up. And we can use that to fly across this water and just jump to the finish. So that's how we take blue. Red, we once again have a cut, and this is where I mean the scenery is its undoing. If we look at this, we're meant to sort of drive around, make this jump, but look at this scenery. All we have to do is make it onto this scenery, drive around here, drop down here, and there's the finish. Really, really, really poor mapping. So let's do that now. Again, just drive up here. All you have to do is just drive up, hold forward. A little bit of air braking if your car looks like it's going to flip. And all you have to do is just jump over here. Around here. Drop down behind this if you're not comfortable, but I just drop down through it and do a little bug slide to the finish. So, yeah, red's not great. Now black, there is another cut again through the scenery. We basically want to get up to here. But in order to do it, we kind of have to get a semi-lucky bounce here off this bit that bounces us up here. And this speed check is difficult, but it is manageable. So I'm going to try and show you guys both routes. So I'm first going to go for the regular route, which involves a difficult speed check. So for the regular route, steer early, get that first gear, and try and make the jump. Barely made it. So yeah, for that you're gonna steer early, get the gear over this grass here, and then kind of smooth steer back and take this as straight as possible. And it's not an easy jump to make. It's fine if you just barely make it short. Just reset. It's right at the start, so it's fine to reset and try it over and over. It is not easy. For the next part, we don't need too much speed. Just kind of make sure you're getting all the gears on the way. When you land, make sure you get the next gear, and then just tap steering and through the finish. And of course, I will reset because I want to show you guys the cut weight. Okay, so for the cut, we want to drive up this jump down from the top of it, and try and bounce our way up from that little ledge to the top ledge. And then once we're here, it's pretty easy. Drive around to the right here. Drop down here, air brake as you do it. So just hold brake as you go over the edge, basically. Follow this scenery around. And you see the finish is there. That's what we're aiming for, so just drop down straight into the finish. And that is the cut and the regular way. Right, so we'll do another playthrough here of the map, showing you guys how it's driven. Oops, went a bit wide there on Y, but it's fine. Onto green now. Again, remember, build up as much speed as possible, air brake on takeoff, and just made it. It's ridiculous for a green section, but we did make it. Again, be careful of speed, but we're fine. Okay, again on blue, we go for our little cut. So grab, make sure we get reactor boost up again, which you'll pretty much always do. It's actually fine to land turtle generally, because there's water all across the edges, and you will always flip over in the water. So don't stress too much if you go a bit further and get turtled. And red, we do the same thing, do our cut again. Drive around all of this. Drop down here. And through the finish. And finally onto black. I think that what I will go for is the regular way. I think I find it more consistent than the cut. But I am going to have to do a bit more testing just to check. For now, we're going to go for the regular way though. Alright, so we made that part. Again, just jump. Make sure we get the gear on landing. And this should be enough speed. Phew, just barely. But that is Sunset Valley by Xyagon. Again, it's, yeah. Looks cool, but there's a lot of cuts. It's not a great map. Green's bad. Blue, red, and black aren't great either. But yeah, like I said, I like the aesthetic. Like, especially white. Look at this. This contrast looks absolutely amazing to me. Really like it. But honestly, that's about all the positives I can say. But I hope this helps you guys out. I think blue and red, it will really help out. Hopefully that tip helps on green to air brake. Might make it a little bit easier, because I think this is a really, really difficult speed check. And I think mappers really need to stop putting speed checks on a white or a green section. That's not what they're for at all. I hope that message is received, but yeah, that is the map. A little bit disappointing, but thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one.